Hi, and thank you for watching or listening to TargetedWest.com. DJ Chris, moderator of a work group that gets together about the fourth industrial revolutions, including quantum technologies and V2K, synthetic telepathy, dreams that people are getting. We discuss. Today is the 26th of October. It's show number 184. Tonight is open mic. So we're already starting our conversation, and we will continue. Please like and subscribe and make a comment. The book club will be at 6:45 Pacific Standard Time. Anyway, it's open mic. Go guys. What are you guys talking about? About how people do dirty things and they don't turn the stereo on?
Basically, hi, Brother Chris. Thank you for having the call. Thank you so much. Yeah, Laura was sharing also. Yeah, just noise campaigns, of various kinds. And one is personal activities in their bedrooms that they want to sometimes make irritating to a TI, right? So...
But before they left, the RV next to mine would make the having sex noises, and the whole RV would move. And people would stand there and watch. It was really kind of sick. It's like, that's gross.
Can't you mind your windows open? They leave the window curtains or whatever?
They had them all closed, but the RV was moving back and forth. You could hear it squeaking on its suspension, yeah.
Oh, God.
And they were on meth. And the girl that he was having sex with freaked out and broke the whole place up. And then the police came, and she got locked into the back of the SUV and tried kicking the doors in. The whole thing happened right in front of my RV. I'm sitting here going, wow.
The cop car?
She was trying to kick the cop. Yeah, so they had to take her boots off, and then she's still kicking. So they threatened to put restraining things on her, and she quit. She calmed down finally. Oh, yeah, she was tweaked the hell out. That was a really strange event that day.
They be doing things. Do you think that they were perps, or were they just regular neighbors?
They were some kind of carb wholesaler type people that were just into drugs. They weren't perping anybody. They were just a mess.
It's important to detect, whether they're perps or not, because some people just be doing life, right?
Well, I know the ones on the other side of me are perps. They're in and out of here all day. They're either slinging or something, because they got babies with no clothes on, dogs that poop everywhere, and they're real animals. A lot of stuff goes on there. I can't even say to you, you guys would get so mad. And they have no shame.
Well, they talk about make America great. Well, I wish that some of the shame would come back and some of the decorum, some of the pride in oneself and one's job and service to others, but it is what it is. Brother Chris, I'm concerned about homelessness. I really, to me, it's not acceptable. And TIs go through homelessness, right? They want us out in the street without.
Homelessness is my number one topic. It's all I think about, because I was once homeless for a while, and I know what it's like.
I was in between jobs, and I was sharing a room with a best friend of mine. I was next to homeless, and thank God her mother took me in.
I did hotel rooms, but I didn't have a place to stay basically, so it was sucky. But I got through it.
Yeah.
But it's really bad right now, and there's so many people on 99 here off the freeway that have tents set up. the rain is coming, as you know, CC. So they're going to get drowned out. They're all in the floodplain where they're at. It does, because there's no affordable housing, and they have so many rules. It's not, people can't just get off of drugs and alcohol overnight. They need treatment, and sometimes they can't quite get all that fixed overnight, but they need a roof over their head. And God, you got to make them go through so many hoops. And now they're starting to do the no rules type of housing where they do treatment on site and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And they don't give people a chance to switch from one mode to the next, because it's hard to quit drugs, especially meth, and that seems to be prevalent. But the ketamine is popular, the fentanyl. People are doing that and ODing all the time.
I heard that the director of the FBI, somebody trying to say something?
I muted them as anonymous.
I heard the director of the FBI went into Philadelphia, that one street that's permeated with fentanyl, and they busted a lot of the drug providers, the dealers there, and just recently, in the past 24, 48 hours, and that would be a positive, because the drugs are coming in and they're being made somewhere.
Is Ketteridge or something like that is a street name? Yeah. Crazy. I've seen videos of it.
Did you know that Finland, they used our housing programs to get their streets cleaned up and get people into housing? And they actually built a lot of affordable housing. This is how they did it. They built until they could build no more, and they helped people like into programs, and then really loved on their people that were in the streets and got them off the streets. And we're a way bigger country, so I don't know how we're going to do this. I think it's possible. And I'll let somebody else talk. I just think it's possible.
I'm perfectly fine living in the RV. A lot of these RVs these days are pretty damn fancy,
Did you see on YouTube or anywhere how in Montana they have a whole grounds for RVs and housing like RVs? Like, it was either that city or another city, one in Montana or one in Kansas, where there's nowhere. They're starting to tighten the rules and laws that you can't park anywhere. If you have a rolling RV or, I don't know, mobile home, fifth wheel, there's some cities allow it and other ones just aren't allowing,
If you have anything smaller than 25 feet, then you can go to any national park but it is getting hard. Like, if you have anything longer than that, it's hard to find a parking space. For sure, when I was homeless, I was in my car, and what I wished I had, I was working, but what I had wished I had all the time was like a gym or a place to take a shower and go to the bathroom. That would have been really helpful.
I noticed that McDonald's, they don't lock their bathrooms. And that's one restaurant that, because I have to take medicine throughout the day, and it's hard to get to somewhere where I can get some water or, just have some privacy to take my medicine. And that's one restaurant that does not, a lot of them lock their bathrooms and stuff, and that's hard on people. I have one last thing to say, you guys, on this topic. There's this one restaurant in my county, and they are so kind to the homeless. If you need to sleep and you ask them really nice, they will let you sit in a booth and go to sleep. Is that amazing, you guys? If you are tired and you're nice, you're not going to be busting up the joint and everything, they will let you sit at a booth and go to sleep. I've seen them let people sit there all night long.
That's pretty nice of them to do that. It's all we need is sleep so we can get our act together.
Or a safe place, right, Chris? Just a safe place where you're not gonna.
Safe place, yeah.
You're not in the. There's a big park down the street, and people are sleeping on the creek. I know because I'm a local yokel, and I know where the homeless hang out. They're building housing here. Do you guys see any housing being built in your areas?
Oh yeah, they're Lathrop and Manteca are building, but they're all 4 and 5 bedroom houses for families.
Oh gosh.
So for me, it's apartment buildings, and it's taken my view of the mountains, of the Rocky Mountains.
Oh, wow.
Big apartment buildings.
Like how many stories, Laura? How many stories?
Like 11, 12, I don't know, enough to take up my mountain view. So too much, too tall.
Russia, when they're different leaders,
horrible.
they would build really tall buildings like that when like they have a name after whatever leader was in charge of the country, and they built a lot of housing, especially in their colder regions, I just feel like there's got to be an answer. This is not acceptable for people to sleep in their cars. I'm sorry. I don't accept it. I think it's just something that I think powers that be think, oh, well, just make it. Just live by the highway or, I just don't accept that, okay, tents are going to be affordable and sleeping bags and cars and we're just going to I don't know. I don't know if it sounds weird what I'm saying. I just don't accept it. It's not. That's what our country is now. We're a bunch of vagabonds now.
Like during the Hoover era, people lived in tents. Yes, just the history repeating itself again.
But vagabonds and yokel locals. Where did you get those terms? My mom uses that term.
I'm country. I'm kind of country, honey. My family's from the Midwest. Where's your mom from?
Yeah, same. I've just never
Midwest.
heard anybody else say yokel local. That's funny.
I'm a country gal. I'm a chocolate cowgirl at heart. Man, you people in your state, well, y'all are country over there too, a little bit, right?
Oh, Colorado definitely is country. Yeah.
What?
Colorado is definitely country.
California has its country areas.
I grew up in a house on a street with cement. I had no country. But my aunt had a place in Morgan Hill, which was a ranch, and I used to run around there.
Morgan Hill. Old kind of stomping grounds for me, Brother Chris. Different places down there.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in Santa Clara.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm from the Santa Cruz area. So there's country areas out there.
My mother lived at 373 West Branciforte Avenue in that big mansion next to Highway 1. That big old house. Her mother owned that. Yeah, that house right there. Yeah, my mother was born in Aromas, California, near Santa Cruz, and my dad was born up in the hills on Summit Road in Burrell. So yeah, Santa Cruz for us. I wrote a book about Santa Cruz in my fictional book.
I know Aromas. I know.
Yeah, that was a good book.
I called it the Dark Cove.
That little town?
Yeah, it was a made-up town called the Dark Cove.
Oh, okay, okay. Your mother wrote a book, Chris? She wrote.
No, I wrote a book, but
Oh,
she painted. She painted acrylic.
oh, for the pictures for the book. Oh,
No, but I'm
oh, oh,
gonna do a
paintings,
book. I'm
paintings.
gonna do a book about her pictures one day. I have all of them pretty much. I just need to make copies of them to put in print. Make a
Oh,
nice
she was an
coffee
artist.
table book.
She was a
She
painter.
was, yeah. She
Oh my God.
painted oils and then acrylics because my dad got mad because the oils got on his rug. So we switched to acrylics, which cleaned up better. And she went crazy and made a lot of paintings. Yeah, they're all over my house at home, all over the walls.
Did you? I have a best friend, and I went to college with, and her mother did large, large paintings, like the size of your wall. She was a painter, and you go in her house, and she had a basement, like a finished off basement, over in Novato area, and she was amazing. She was amazing. Um, there's a lot of talented people in our nation, in California too. In California.
Yeah, the pottery alone. I have a lot of pottery I bought from a garage sale. A lady was a dealer, and California made a lot of pottery back in the 50s and 60s. But it's very collectible.
Is it the 60s, like the 60s colors? Because I know
Yeah,
there's a
I
market for
have all.
that.
I have. Oh yeah, I have all that stuff at home. Yeah.
That stuff, when you collect it, it can be expensive. I mean, collectors look for certain things, as you probably know. So,
I was driving around in my Oldsmobile and I saw a garage sale and it was like 20 tables and it went down this long driveway and everything, nobody knew what she had. And I go, this is all mid-century pottery. So I
was it
grabbed,
like Art Deco, Chris? Art
oh,
Deco kind of?
kind of mid-century-ish, not Art Deco, but I paid like $2 or $3 a piece for everything. It was crazy. I have a lot of pieces too, a lot of them.
Do you guys remember those the cookware from the 60s and 70s where it was like the white porcelain with the blue on the side and the flowers on the side? That stuff, if you, those pieces can go for like 100, at least, let's say $40, up to a set is astronomical. Like just the stuff that your grandma baked in, and it was just prolific. You could buy it wherever, right? It was nothing, and now they're collectibles actually.
Yeah, Corningware.
That's it right there with the blue flowers and all, that stuff. If you can find a set, TIs, we need to, kind of, if we're out and about ever, if you're at a garage sale like Brother Chris, you see that stuff, you collect that.
I got some. I got some of them. I got tiny ones, medium, and big. Yeah, I got some of those too. Yellow with daisies on it, and yeah.
You go on eBay, you could make a killing if it's something that, we need things to do as TIs, but where are we going to keep stuff that they're not trying to take it from us? If you're good at keeping stuff away from these monsters, it'd be interesting to pick up some and get rid of it real quick. You can get a good little penny for it.
But you know what happens when you ship it? Sometimes they break it. That's happened to me, and it's happened to another TI named Michael I follow on X. He's had a bunch of the stuff that he's sold on eBay broken.
Really? They do that?
I agree. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't sell that on eBay because I just keep it and give it away as gifts. But if you pack it really heavy, like I did for my tiki stuff, it'll get away. It'll get through, but not all the time. Like Krista B says, they bust shit up.
on purpose sometimes, right?
Well, yeah, they were just lazy and really pack things like super crazy in order to get away with shipping stuff.
Chris, what do you think about? Have you heard about the Peter Thiel thing going on?
I know who Peter Thiel is, but I don't know what's going on with Peter Thiel.
Real quick, supposedly he and the vice president were very, very, very close friends, like extremely close. And I think there's going to be a divorce, which I don't wish harm on anybody.
You mean Peter Thiel is going to go out with J.D. Vance?
Is it that one or the other one? Wait a minute. The one that has the... I think I got the wrong... Did I get the wrong person? It's the silicon guy. What is this? Is it Peter Thiel?
He's one of them, yeah.
Supposedly J.D. Vance and one of them were involved or something, and
Elon Musk?
Not Elon Musk. I think it's Peter Thiel, which is very interesting. And they say a lot of stuff might fall apart, but we need help in our nation.
Yeah, and I'd like to go one day where I don't feel like I'm going to be dragged away for what I say on this microphone.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Sorry about that, Chris.
Yeah, I have to be very careful because I'm quite sure they come to the call and watch and see that I've got a group of people. No, don't apologize. I'm just saying that, they always
need to be careful.
Come to your door. They come to your door, my door, and it's really a scary time for freedom of speech and the First Amendment rights of humanity, for sure. It's terrible. It's a terrible time. It makes us scared to speak freely, worried about retribution.
Did you see that they were going to come to the Bay, but they pulled back?
I saw that.
Yeah, thank God, right? And then some other places, they pulled back. I mean, if there's nothing really going on, then why use all that manpower and all of that, the money? And I'm not saying names for reasons, but in general. A lot of people on YouTube are like kind of watching themselves a bit, what's said and things. So.
Yeah, I had one video of Craig LaForest and I talking, and it got taken off of YouTube, and they gave me a warning, and they said that we gave medical misinformation. We never did. It was about the targeting. We got so spot on with the targeting that it broke them. So that's why I have other places to put my videos. I don't depend on YouTube. I never did. That's always been secondary. So shame on them.
I see on the list that there's a lot of people here today, which is really a blessing. Thank you for the call, Chris. I'll step aside and listen.
Thank you, Cece. Let's go ahead and check traffic on the freeway here. Hello, everybody. It's open mic tonight. The TargetedWest Freeway. Pull over and grab a mic and come on into the conversation. What's up tonight? Come on in. It's open mic. Any new people? Come on in.
I'm new, Danielle Middleton.
Hello, how are you?
Being attacked 24/7, so it's really, really rough, but doing my best to stay positive and mentally healthy and looking to the Lord every day. That's what I do.
Do you have somebody to talk to in your community or your family about things going on in your life, or are you isolated?
That's why I tried to get on the call today. I've been on calls before. I've had for 9 years. So it's Morgellons, but it's really bad. I don't hear a lot of people with Morgellons that get on calls, so.
No, it's true. You're right. The Morgellons is very rare. That is very true. But you being here tonight makes it public. And yes, Morgellons is real, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
Yeah, very, very real. It's very evil. It has a lot of technology in it, like high technology. It's very...
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's very, very real and very, very insane. But I know the Lord's in the details. He knows what's going on. It's just I have to trust Him and move forward in faith.
From my experiences of targeting doesn't like God, so you're doing the right thing. Because they don't like God, the devils and the evil satanic people doing this to us.
No,
you're going down the right path.
That's where our help comes from, I think, is God and Jesus. That's where our help comes from. Because it's very satanic, like you said. It's a satanic program. It's awful.
It is, yeah, and I know for a fact that whomever this is does not like God or Jesus, so.
Yeah. So
I read a lot of books. I read books that talk about that all the time.
Yeah, it's a battle every day to stay strong and to be mentally healthy and everything. But reading my scriptures, listening to good music, walking out in nature, there's a lot of positives. My family, just going to church and just doing good things, trying to keep my mind focused on good and positive and uplifting things. Feeding my mind, it's like our mind's, I guess, like a computer, so we got to feed it constantly good to outlast the bad. And that's what I think they're messing with. They're messing with my body and my mind, my brain. It's like mind control, I guess. Brain. It's like graphene's in the body, and I guess it's hooked. I don't really know all the technology, but I do believe graphene's a big part of it. So I try to take things that'll help me get rid of the graphene in my body. But I had 2 spider stuff really bad.
So what do you do to help minimize the Morgellons on your body? Do you take,
well, one thing
I'm
doing, I go out in the sunshine. I take coconut oil. I sit in the sunshine, and I rub my skin and my sores, and black stuff comes out, like black particles. Sometimes, like, technology comes out of me, like purple things and, like, different colored. I know it's really weird stuff that I see come out of my body.
Yeah. I used to have little
sunshine.
black things in my
black stuff, and I do think it's the graphene is the black stuff.
I'm going to let you know there's an app called, it's capital Z-APP, lowercase is the APP, and they have rife frequencies, including one or more frequencies for Morgellons, and it might help you.
Okay.
Just something else you could try. It sounds like you've got a lot that you're doing. But sometimes something else that, a lot of the stuff is caused by bad frequencies. So, one of the ways around it is good frequencies.
That. One time there was a place in Huntsville that they said they would help your health with frequencies, but it seemed like since I came back from there, it seems like my symptoms are worse. So I'm like, that must have been bad frequencies they were giving me instead of good.
The Rife, I don't know if they used Rife or what they used.
It's almost like you can't trust people nowadays. You have to be very careful.
Yeah, this would be just you choosing the Morgellons and then checking to see if it helps you. I've had it take a headache away, pronto. I've had it help with a couple of things, So it's just a tool that you're not having to pay for anything, right? You don't have to ingest anything. And so sometimes it's nice to give that a try.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very tough. I really don't know how to help sometimes, and yeah, it's really hard. It's a really hard battle.
I know someone else that has it, and she's also had flesh-eating disease. I'm not sure if the Morgellons started before the flesh-eating disease. She almost died, though. She was on a feeding tube for 8 months. And she still gets Morgellons episodes where she had a whole new list of what it's about. I may have it in my notes somewhere. Let me see if I've got something in my notes about it. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like I see any notes.
I also do believe that nanotechnology is part of it, like nanotechnology inside my body, like little.
It was definitely saying that.
Yeah, and I do believe that. I have seen it, like on a microscope one time. I saw a little machine that looked like a tiny machine, looked like it had a pinprick on it, little motors. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm seeing that with my own eyes. It's definitely real. Nanotechnology is real, and I actually feel the pinpricks in my feet and my back and sometimes in my head. It's really weird that they're using nanotechnology in our bodies, doing all sorts of crazy stuff with our bodies, and it's not something to mess with. God created our bodies, and it's not for them to mess with.
I agree. I've got the voice as the V2K, and they're messing with my head. They've, hacked my brain, and I don't like it, and I didn't authorize that.
Yeah, that's what they're doing to me, hacking my brain, messing with my body, and it's awful.
How are you able to get through the day?
Well, I do still work, even though it's really hard. I think staying busy is a good thing to do, like keep my mind off of it, trying to live a normal life as best I can. So I still work, and I still live my life, try to walk in nature. I bought a book from Walmart. It's Bible Verses to Color. You will harvest what you plant. And it's like little coloring pages that have Bible verses on them. So anything to keep my mind positive. And like we're having a pumpkin contest this week, so I painted a pumpkin with my kids. It's so cute. It's a pug dog.
I saw you clever with your dress.
So it's a pug that's painted as a pumpkin. And I'm going to take it tomorrow to work for the pumpkin contest.
Consider my gift.
What is your name? What is your name?
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. I'm Cece. Nice to meet you. You're the one that's new,
Nice
right?
to meet
You're new?
What was that?
You're new on the call?
I've been on conference calls before, but I'm new to this call, yeah.
Well, it's nice to have you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
You're not alone. I don't think we say that
I know
enough to each other. We're not
are there
alone.
people on this call that have Morgellons, anyone?
I believe in it. I believe in it.
We believe in it, but I'm not sure if we have any near the one.
Okay.
I dealt with it for years. It's a nightmare. To get
There we
rid of it
go.
through a regimen of detoxing from heavy metals, fungus, and internally I take a lot of oregano. You can look up detoxing from heavy metals and fungus. I did find relief in like the rice sounds, like somebody mentioned earlier. You can play. There's certain frequencies that you can listen to. But like the pinpricks and stuff, I feel, I ran from my house one night thinking I was being electrocuted or rained on, just little pinpricks everywhere. I won't tell you some of my grosser symptoms, but it was really bad.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Hi, I had Morgellons. I don't think I have it anymore, but I did a long, long time ago. So yeah, I'm another Morgellons person.
Yeah, it's good knowing that I'm not alone in this. There's other people that have it. It's just.
I think Lookout for Charlie's protocol would help your Morgellons. Do you know Lookout for Charlie?
What was that?
There's a channel called Lookout for F.A. Charlie, and he has a whole protocol to get rid of some of this stuff. And I think it's applicable to Morgellons, and so you might check it out on his channel, his detox protocol. But I had something with threads coming out of my legs and many years ago, and I didn't know at first it was Morgellons, and we treated it with something topical. But I think because we got it early, it was resolved. But it may be sunlight. But that was, I treated it as if it were scabies when it wasn't, and used that kind of cream. Now, I think the longer that people live with Morgellons, it becomes like more difficult, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I think detoxing is key, and I would really look out for Charlie's detox protocol.
I think I just put the link in the chat. Detoxing really well, and then I got another spider bite, so I think they actually gave me more bad stuff because I was starting to get better. I just put the link. Really weird. I'm sorry. I just put the link in the chat. Start all over.
Are you able to see the chat? Are you able to see the chat to look at the link for the detox protocol?
No, I'm just on the call, so I don't see the chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Darn it. Okay. We'll take care.
Thank you, Michelle.
So what is it called? Lookout Charlie?
Lookout Fa, F-A, Charlie. It's on YouTube. Yeah, you can't miss it. Just Lookout Fa, F-A, Charlie.
F-A, okay.
And type in Morgellons protocol to cleanse your body.
Okay.
And that's your homework assignment.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hang around and tell us more if you'd like. It's open mic.
Okay. All right. I'll let someone else talk.
Hi, Chris.
No worries. Hello, Michelle. How are you tonight?
Big hugs. I sent you a video about Jack Cruz video. I don't know if you got it, but I emailed it to you. But you should watch it. It's one of his best ones, and he talks about the beginnings of MK Ultra in Silicon Valley.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So.
Did you send that email today?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll check it out in the morning when I get up and have some coffee.
Yeah, because it for me it started right, nearby.
Well, you're literally in the midst of Silicon Valley. Of course you're going to have. That's where it happened to me. Same stuff you're getting.
Yeah.
All there. They even gave me holograms. Put Bin Laden in the backyard, and somebody laid next to me on my bed, and they had the touch of God. I could literally feel them touching me, and they laid next to me on the bed. It was a hologram, and I only did that twice and never did it again. So you're in the middle of Silicon Valley. Anything like that can happen. You know it will, and it has, and it does.
Yeah,
They've been experimenting. Hey, John.
They do that kind of shit to me. They stopped doing that kind of shit to me. All right? I took an LCD big screen TV panel and I hung it over my bed, and I saw blue dots reflected through the glass on the LCD panel. When I did that, they never did that shit to me again.
Wow.
Wait, what did you do?
I took the LCD panel out of the big screen TV. Yeah. I hung it over my bed and put it right over my face, and I saw blue dots.
Oh.
Yeah, that was probably a hologram, right?
Whatever it was they were doing was coming from the ceiling.
Wow.
And they were on our roof, and my wife hears somebody up on the roof up there stopping, walking around on the roof when I'm at work. If they wait till I go to work, they come creeping around here. They go on the roof and do all kinds of shit here.
You mean physically they do that? I mean, they physically show up?
I found a 6-foot long drill out in back next to my garage. Now, how'd that get out there?
Well, that's weird. Did you keep it at least?
Oh, yeah, I got it. I got it there. I use it to shield the refrigerator. It's steel, so I use it to shield the refrigerator outlet.
There you go.
They're going after my legs, very viciously going after my legs. They just will not stop going after my feet and my legs and the back of my legs. I'm getting wicked Charlie horses and, just pains in my feet. It's hideous what they're doing to me. Voice is calling her mercy.
Vicks Vapor Rub. I swear by it. And it's cheap. Check it out. I hope it works for you. I know these people are vicious.
When I put Vicks Vapor Rub on any part of my body that's being attacked, it just liquefies and just drips off my body like it's water.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay.
It's not quite as bad tonight because I ran my mouth last night and I did a bunch of shit to them today. They didn't like it, so they kind of backed off on me tonight. They're letting me make some dinner and dinner, but I got my new call number for Friday night. I did get the call number. I got the access code. I got my user ID and password squared away. I got everything set up. I just got to run a test call and see if I can get it going. And I'm going to get the shielding call going again on Friday night. They've pissed me off that bad. I'm a dead man anyway, so it don't matter.
Friday night is open. Anthony's going to do a book call, but you can do a shielding call. No problem at all.
So I would like, if Chris, if you would want to co-moderate this, if you do not want to run a call on Friday, if you have had enough of running calls, you can co-moderate this with me. I'm going to ask Tanya if she wants to help me or something. I could maybe run it for 1 hour or 2 hours or longer if people wants it. But just to piss them off, get it going, and just kind of, get back into what I was doing that was helping me before the flood.
Yeah, you can make me co-host. You can make me co-host by clicking a button on the screen, so you're good.
It's like a test market. It's like a test. It's like a test media. Because I've been breaking my back for 6 years, dude. I haven't had any sort of normal life in 6 years.
I believe it. Hey, John, do you remember Moth from the old days?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, he's in the chat room right now. He says hi, and he's really happy you're going to have a call again. He definitely go.
Yeah. I've let a lot of shit go over the last year, longer than that. But I mean, it's been way longer than that. But as far as me sitting on the sidelines, keeping my mouth shut and letting them kill me, I can't sit in here and let them kill me anymore. I can't.
No, you be a puss to do that. Sit back and not fight back in a way. Find a way to do it. Yeah, in a way that's decent, but at the same time hard, and at the same time legal, and at the same time nonviolent. But there's a lot of things you can do. Just your mouth and talking the words out there is enough to get them. They don't like us talking. They don't like words.
And one other thing, they do not like unity. They do not like love. They do not like peace between us. And they do not like ingenuity, where we're helping each other and building each other. So it will behoove us to do a whole lot of that. And it makes them mad, and I love to make them mad. I don't know about y'all, but I really like doing stuff they don't like.
I agree. Well, let's go to the book club now and see what's up with that, and see if my little button works for the book club and all that fancy stuff. Let's see if the software looks like it's working. Well, ain't that incredible? But where do I put it? Where did I have it? I put it down here. And there it is. Here we go.
It's time for the TI Book Club, where every book opens a door to new worlds and shared journeys. Here, we uncover hidden gems, specially selected for TIs, and always within your reach. Be part of a community that reads together, grows together, and sees the world through the same lens. Don't just listen to stories, live them with us. Join now at bookclubs.com/TIBookClub/join, and let's turn the pages of adventure together.
time for the book club. Today's book is by Patrick Wood, as you know, Technocracy News on the internet. He's very important to read, and his book is about Technocracy Rising, the Trojan horse of global transformation. And a lot of transhumanism is going on in Silicon Valley, like Michelle's talking about, or all the latest technologies and doodads are happening right there in the Bay Area. And you know it is because that's where all the innovation happens. And where else would they do it but to people like Michelle and others who may not be big-time techies, and they just go after the citizens and experiment. And Technocracy is also the book about reading about the history of technocracy in our world and about how technocracy is going to change the way we live. So it's an interesting book. I made it to page 221. It's something great to read. If you have a chance, next week's book club will be sent out on Monday. So have a great weekend, and thank you, or happy week, and thank you for listening to the book club. Now back to the open mic chat.
Anthony Medina, and I'd like to introduce the Panopticon that comes out Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, and you can find that on TIEvents.com, and it's 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern, and it's called Panopticon, hosted by Anthony Medina and Regina. And I urge everybody to come out and join for book reading and discussion. We're finishing up Warrior Nation, and we're starting War Against the Weak. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. TI Events and Targeted West both support and endorse Anthony's work, so please check him out. Anybody else have any announcements? Oh, yeah, go ahead, Laura.
Clarify that it's tievents.org.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what's new with you, Laura? How's the 800 number going?
They're getting it going tonight, I believe. They have a meeting, and so, yeah. They have a 1-800 number. They're putting out a 1-800 number. My friend Dawn here in Colorado for TIs, so it'll be 24/7. There'll be like 8 or 9 people working it, taking calls. That's a lot of work, and it's a big deal. I know that the first time you call somebody and talk to somebody, it's like, for me, it was either I lose my mind or I find support in the community. So that can be a big deal. Sometimes they're really long calls, and I appreciate them doing that 1-800 number. I don't have it right now. I should. It's probably in one of my group chats, but I'll keep you informed.
Yeah, so we can announce it on the call. I want to announce it here.
All right.
And put it on the video in the future so that we can share that, because it may be a TI that is hurting, not somebody new, but somebody that's established that might be hurting, that needs help and needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And sometimes that's...
It's good to have that for everybody.
Yeah, it is good to have that.
I agree.
I know that you were one that manned the calls when we had that number before, and people would call from all over the world. Targeted. I don't know if you got people from all over the world, but I couldn't believe how many people just from all over would call, and how, you know, how often it would ring.
I agree. Incredible. Well, that's an incredible step. And it's not cheap. I heard it's not cheap to have a toll-free number. So hopefully you'll get support for that.
got a lot of support here in Colorado. We've got a lot of women that are active, and men. A lot of men have stepped up too, so which is rare.
Well, that's right. Am I on the I gotta look at this. Can't keep up with myself. Oh, hey, look at that. Starring DJ Chris. Whoa. I also just posted a video in Twitter X about a guy that interviewed me. His name is Normal Guy with a Curse, and he did a very good interview with me, so check it out on my TI Club 3 Twitter account. Anyway, it's open mic. Come on in. The book club has 219 members. We have 24 books and just a list of books we want to buy. We always have at least 5 books that we're reading, one at a time, of course. That's the way my brain works. I read the books and then I tell everybody about them. And then you decide if you want to buy one or not. And that's how it works. And it'll be our 10th anniversary of the book club in 2026. It was just driven by email only and then expanded to a traditional website. Open mic.
Hey, Chris, it's Gary. Can you hear me?
Hey, Gary, it's DJ Chris. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I just ate supper with my dad, and I got my dad's big old 50-pound obese cat here up in my bedroom, so it's kind of a nice evening. You know, here being out on my dad's farm, it's a 5-acre, it's an old farm. It used to be a dairy and pig farm, but you know, it's a century farm. But they actually did a hologram. I guess it was like 3 weeks ago. They did a hologram of like Goat Man, or I don't know what it was. It was like a hologram of like the devil. It was like black horns, and we actually have sheep out here. We have some sheep out here, blackhorn sheep. But the image that they gave to me was kind of like a satanic. It was like a goat. I called it Goat Man. Well, I'm not scared of these holograms. Well, I'm not scared of these images because, I mean, like, I exercise around my dad's property. So, like, if I exercise around it, if I do, like, 10 laps, it's like 3 miles. And each four section of the acreage has, you know, different landmarks and different sets of trees, and it's a pretty property. So it's like I kind of have my own little park out here. But they out in the grove, in the wooded area, they put a hologram of. And so I was going to ask Chris what was his experience. I mean, I'm not afraid of these images, and I mean, do I believe in the devil? Yes, I do. But I don't believe that the devil is in my dad's woods. I think they're using DARPA technology trying to spook me, and I don't spook easily anymore because I don't believe these images anymore. But what I was going to ask you, Chris, was
I had the same thing, and it was Bin Laden in my pool, next to my pool, standing there, right after 9/11.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put Bin Laden there.
Wow. Of course you knew it wasn't real. I mean, you're not going to be fooled by that.
Well, it didn't look very real.
So my question to you is, what was your experience? You said your father was a Freemason. What was your experience with them? Did you have any experiences with the Masonic Lodge? Did you have any experiences with any of your father's friends or associates as to anything that led up to like when you were really targeted? I mean, were there instances that stick out in your mind that connect to Freemasonry?
No, my dad had them leave me alone, but the Freemasons used to come by the house when I was really young, and we used to go to their offices and visit, and I'd sit and wait in the car while my dad went inside the lodge, and that's about it. But I never put two and two together until 2006 when I took care of my dad and moved him in to my house, and I got his Freemasonry magazine and his membership card, and I go, whoa, I guess he was a Mason, but it was never discussed in the house. It was really strange. It was a secret, like a secret society. You really kept it a secret. But
wow,
things that had happened to me. Yeah, he was financially and verbally abusive, so it was a miserable life with him, and made my mom and I miserable. And he had enough money and properties and stuff. He didn't need to be like that, but he got himself in trouble all the time financially and took it out on us every day.
Have you personally known any other gay people that have been in the Freemason Lodge, that have been a Freemason themselves?
There are gay Freemasons in San Francisco, yes.
Yeah, okay. I was friends, and when I lived in St. Louis, Missouri, I was friends with a judge who I suspected he was a gay judge, a Jewish gay judge, and we used to. I only knew him as an acquaintance, and we used to go over to his, and he was always very judgmental. I strongly suspect that he was a Freemason, though, mainly because of some of the other people that he was around. Because he was a judge, and anytime he ran for re-election, he was friends with mayors. He was very, very. He was always nice to me, but I always suspected that he was a Freemason. But he was very judgmental.
So was my dad. My dad was like that. Yeah, my dad used to make fun of fat people, but my dad was fat. Didn't make any sense.
And
anyway, we're going to end this. Go ahead. I'm going to record. I'm going to keep recording you, and then afterwards we're going to shut it off. So keep going, so we can finish the conversation.
Oh, okay. And then I was going to ask you, what's been a big marker for you over the last, since COVID? What would you say? How do you think you're targeting? Can you specify like a couple of things that do you feel have changed since 2020?
No, everything's been the same. But I live out in the country, and my targeting is strictly dreams and V2K, and they are vicious and evil, and they bother me all day to day. But I have a method. I turn all the fans off in the router on my modem router and everything off, and I can hardly hear them at all, and it makes them mad, and they keep complaining. I can barely hear them complain. And so I have a way to counter them. Just turn off all your fans and motors and things that they can use. And they're using some form of physics to communicate with me. And they say they can't read my brain when the fans aren't on. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but so my targeting has been the same since 2020.
Okay. All right, thanks for answering my question.
Thank you, and thank you for listening to this recording on your favorite platform, whether it be Spotify or YouTube or BitChute or Rumble, or archive.org. Thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe, and make a comment, and I'll read them because it pops up on my screen. Have a nice day, and we'll see you next week. I believe we have an interview. Talk to you then.